bearings. Each one is in the shape of a sphere of radius 6. Find the volume of one ball bearing. Give your answer in millimeters cubed in terms of pi. 4 over 3 pi r cubed is your volume of your sphere. Equals 4 over 3 times pi times 6 to be cubed. Put that into your calculator. What do you get? 288 pi. Alright, and then you can write down millimeters cubed over here. Full marks. Keep going. Carrie's going to melt down some of her ball bearings. She will use material to make a sphere of radius 25 millimeters. Find the least number of ball bearings Carrie must melt down so she has enough material to make the sphere of radius 25. Well, what we have here is small little ball bearings like so. These are tiny little ball bearings. We're going to melt them down and we're going to turn them into a huge sphere. Comparatively speaking, it's big compared to the ball bearings. The new one is 25. Everybody cool with that? Let's find the volume of the new sphere. 4 over 3 pi r cubed. 4 over 3 pi times 25 to be cubed. And what you get when you shove that into the calculator? 60, what's it? Oh, sorry, one more time. 62,500 over 3 pi. Now, how do I find the number of ball bearings? The volume of the large sphere divided by the volume of one ball bearing. So I need to get my 62,500 pi over 3. And I need to divide that by, what's it, 288 pi? Is that correct? Okay. And see what I get.
15,621.
Give it to me in decimals. 72.34. Okay. There's a trick to this question. 72 ball bearings is not enough. I need 73 and a small bit of it needs to go to waste. Would you agree with that? So 73 ball bearings. So far it's pretty easy so far, isn't it? You'd feel very comfortable if you got that in the junior cert. Carrie has 350 ball bearings in total. Find the radius of the biggest sphere Carrie could make if she melted down all 350 balls. Well, yes. If you have 72, you won't have enough to make it. You'll be short of the size. So you need, it's like when you're building something, if you want to build a wall with like 1,000 bricks, you should probably have enough material to make a bit over that so a small bit goes to waste. So basically if you use 72 balls, you're slightly small of the full sphere you're making. Okay? So essentially, sorry, if it took you 999.6 bricks to make a wall, you turn up with 1,000 bricks. You don't turn up with 999. Do you get what I'm saying? All right. Now, next thing. She has 350 ball bearings in total. So what's the volume of the material she has in total? 350 multiplied by 288 pi, which will get us, come on guys, what was it? 100,800 pi. Awesome. Does she want to make a sphere? She wants to make a gigantic sphere. Would you agree with that? She wants to make one pretty damn large. So what do we do here? 4 over 3 pi r cubed equals 100,800 pi. Now, what happens to both sides? Pi's cancel. I want you to get your 100,800 and I want you to multiply it by 3 and then divide it by 4. And what this will do is it will leave the radius cubed on its own. So what you do when that happens? Multiply by 3. Divided by 4. What you say? 75,100. Well, now we need a number that when you multiply it by itself 3 times gives you 75,600. Amos? 42. What button will get you that? Shift cube root 3, 75,600. Cool. 42.28. Right. Shh. Now let's move on. Question 4 we have, do we? Awesome. The range of the data is 39. What does that mean? The distance between the lowest answer and the biggest answer. So what's 8 plus 39? Anybody? So what does P have to be? Not 47. P is simply 7. Because 4/7 is 47. What's the next question? Find the mode. What's the mode, guys? Most common answer, which is 19 for the most common answer. The median. How do you get the median? How many numbers do we have? How many numbers do we have? We have 17. Over 17 weeks. We have 17 different numbers. Who's the middle person of 17? But can't be 8.5 either. Ninth person. Who's the ninth person? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 21. To get full marks in a test, 21 would just be the answer. If you get that wrong, you get next to nothing. But if you show your work, as in you show, you show these figures I have up here, you drag them down and put them in, that's where you get your workings from, okay? So just that little thing, 17 over 2. Does everybody get what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to move this down here. And then I'm trying to put that into there. Everybody got it now? And then what is it? It's 21, yeah? Yeah, it should look something like that. That's awful. All right, 19. All right, move on. What's next? The sum of the stem and leaf data is 431. Essentially, when you add up all the scores, you get 431. How many people is there? How many weeks is there? So what's 431 divided by 17? Come on, somebody. 25.35 what? So 352, which would be 25.35. You roughly sell 25.35 of those magazines per week. Is that right? Oh, the one decimal place. So 25.4. Oh, good. Wasn't that easy? D. In the 18th week, there was a special issue of Newry News. There was a lot more copies of it sold than any of the other weeks. Find the modal number of copies for the whole 18 weeks of the mode. Right, very easily. Just go back here and add on a ridiculous number at the end, like pretend it was 65 as an example. Would that make sense? See the way I'm making up an imaginary number that's bigger than any other number? Does that make sense? It's the mode. What's the mode? Still 19. So you go back to the start and you go, still 19. Everybody okay with that? How many weeks do we have now? 18 weeks. Is it a middle 1 or a middle 2? Middle 2. Because when you divide 18 by 2, you get 9. Because it goes in evenly, it's the 9th and the 10th. So who's the 9th and the 10th in our list? What's it? 21 and 25. What's the average of 21 and 25? Was it 21 and 25? And then you divide by 2 and you get 23. Awesome. The mean number of copies sold in the whole week was 28.5. This means all 18 weeks average 28.5. Matthew, what's 28.5 multiplied by 18? Okay. 513. Would that be okay with you guys? What were we on? We're on, for 18 weeks, we're on 513 copies sold. However, On 17 weeks, we were only on. What were we on after 17 weeks? Go back a question. 431 after 17 weeks, but now we're on 513 after 18 weeks. So what does that mean about the last week? In 18 weeks we sold 513, but in 17 weeks we sold 431. So 513 take away 431, 82. That's not bad either, was it? Stats is easy. Stats is nice. Ready to move on? Okay. Keep an eye on the questions I'm doing. So I've done 3, and is it still question 3? So what have I done? 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm on 3 and 4. Now I'm on 5, I believe. Yeah, now I'm on 5. Probability. The chapter we're just finished. Okay. Okay. It doesn't tell us how much, doesn't tell us how many pens are in the box. Would you agree with that? Yeah. So, number of red pens. You could have 3 possible values of number of red pens in the box. Whoa. Okay, imagine this. Imagine we had 14 pens in the box. You could say that the red pens are 4 out of. That would still get you a probability of 2 and 7, wouldn't it? What happens if we used double that? 8 out of 28. Would you be happy enough with that? Still being 4 or 14, and then what else? Sorry? Oh, you can multiply by 3 and get 6 out of 21. Whatever probability gets you 2 in, 7. I would explain my answer. I would say you could have 4 red pens in a box of 14 pens. You could have 8 red pens in a box of 28 pens, or you could have 6 red pens in a box of 21 pens. Does that make sense? That's the way I would explain that answer, and I'd actually write that down. Okay, everybody cool with that? All right. Find the probability that the pen picked at random will be blue. Well, if there's a 2 in 7 chance of red, that means there's a 5 in 7 chance of being blue, provided there's only those 2 colors. So far, so good. Okay. Explain why there cannot be exactly 20 pens in total in the box. Well, 20 is not divisible by what? By 7. It would require 20 multiplied by 2 sevenths, which is for that probability, you'd need 5.7 red pens, and you can't have 0.7 of a red pen. Would you agree with that? You're not allowed to have 5.7 red pens out of 20 pens. That doesn't make any sense. So it has to be a multiple of 7. Everybody cool? Awesome. D. Some green pens were put in the box so that 25% of the pens in the box are now green. One pen is then picked at random from the box. Find out the probability of the pen is blue. What I would do is I'd make up a concrete example of what would I do? Okay, I'd enter a scenario where I know all the numbers. So we'll go with the very basic example. 2 reds, 5 blue. Everybody okay so far? Currently, the probability for red is 2 and 7. Currently, the standard for blue is 5 and 7. Everybody agree with that? I'm just gonna gradually increase the greens until I know they're 25%. Ready? What would 1 green do? 1 green would be, what's it? 1 out of 8. 2 greens would be 2 out of. 3 greens would be 3 out of 10. Crap. What happened there? I passed out 25%, didn't I? Would you agree with that? Okay. I'd go a bit larger. I'd go 4 reds, what? 10 blue, and I'd start to go again. Okay. So what? We're currently at 14, are we? Okay. Let's try this one now. So what would be 15? 1 out of 15 if we put in 1 grain. If we put in 2 grains, 2 out of 16. If we put in 3 grains, we put in 4 grains. We put in 5 grains. 5 out of. And then finally, 6 out of 20. We've already passed it out again, haven't we? What am I going to do next time? So this time, well, if we're going up in twos, it'd be 6 red and 12 blue. It's a bit of an exhaustive process, isn't it? I'm trying to think if there's an algebra way of doing it. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I think this way makes sense though, doesn't it? Okay, let's keep going. So what's the first thing that happens? 1 out of 1 grain would cause it to go to 19 pence in total, yeah? 2 out of 20, no good. 3 out of 21, no good. 4 out of 22, no good. 5 out of 23, no good. Finally, 6 out of 24, bingo, bango, sugar in a gas tank. Done. 6 out of 24. Yeah? And show all your working out. That is all my working out. Just showing an exhaustive way of doing it, okay? Yes, sir. My fault. Guys, on the next one, there's meant to be 2 red, 5 blue, 4 red, 10 blue, and then it's 15 blue, isn't it? Sorry, my fault. 15 blue. So I have to go again. Completely my bad. So what is it this time? So there's 21 currently, so 1 grain would be 7 out of 22. 2 grains would be 8 out of 23. 3 grains would be 9 out of 24. 4 grains would be 10 out of 25, which is 40%. So that's not going to work either, is it? What's next? It's not the quickest way to do it, is it? No, we're going to have to figure out another way. Let's go again. This is what maths takes sometimes. Okay, so 1 out of 29, yeah. 2 out of 30. I think we're going to get it this time. 3 out of 31. And finally, 4 out of 32. Answer is 4 out of 32. Find the probability the pen is blue. That's 20 blue out of 32. Does that make sense? And 20 blue out of 32 is? Which is 5 out of 8. Is that method okay with you? I know it's pretty long, isn't it? But it makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. If I come up with a smarter way, I'll let you know. Okay, but that's the way that makes sense to me. And you get full marks for grinding it out like that. Now the problem is if the answer was really, really, really large, we could be there all day. So we'll just take our win and I'll figure out another way later on, okay? Actually. Last time, all right. Oh God, this way works actually. This way does work. 6 red, 15 blue. Everybody cool with that? Okay, let's try this one more time. When you add a grain, what happens? You're currently on 21 pens. Would you agree with that? And when you add 1 grain, how many pens are there? 1 out of 22. When you add 2 grains, how many is there? Okay. When you add 3 pens, 4 out of. When you add 5 green pens, 5 out of 25. And when you add 6 green pens, 6 out of. Did I do it? Oh, 3. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 25, 5 out of 26, 6 out of 27, 7 out of. Okay. My apologies that I can't count in a straight line. That is the easiest way to do it. Do you got it? However, the second way of doing it is like this. 7 out of 28 is the answer. So this means that that's 1/4. Would everybody cool with that? That's 28 pounds in total. Would you be happy with that? So the greens are 7 out of 28. And this implies that the blues are 15 out of 28. 15 pounds out of 28. Is that okay with you guys? Now, the second method for doing it is the more algebraic way of doing it, or the more less writing, more math, so to speak. And this is the way we're going to do it. All right. One more time, guys. So what we all state is that when you put the new amount in, 1/4 of your box has to be green. Everybody cool with that? This leaves 3/4 of your box, which is either blue or red. The blue to red ratio is 2:5, which is 2 sevens is to 5 sevens. 2 sevens of the remainder of the box has to be red, and 5 sevens of the remainder of the box has to be blue. This implies that the number of reds is, what did we say earlier? Oh yeah, let's do it out of 28. 6 out of 28 reds compared to 15 out of 28 blues. This implies your probability of getting a blue is 15 out of 28, and your greens would have been 7 out of 28 because it has to be 1/4. That's the quicker way of doing it, but it's also the more difficult way of doing it. Would you agree? The other way of counting should be the easier way. All right, let's move on and get away from that dreaded question. Okay, this is easy. Might get this done in time. How healthy is your diet? Click. That's subjective. What on God's green earth is very healthy and what is not healthy? I don't know. Okay? She drew a pie chart to show her results, and here's her tables. Oh, awesome. Pie charts. Great. All right. Would you agree? If 90 degrees is 150, what's 1 degree? 1.6. And then in turn, what is 96 degrees? What? Okay, let's multiply 1.6 by 96. 153.6, okay? You're not going to draw that anytime soon. All right, 170. So if, 90 degrees equals 150 people, okay? Multiply, you have to find out how much 170 is, okay? So what I would do here is I divide by 150 and multiply by 170 to find out what angle I need. See the way you want to figure out what 170 is? Divide by 150 and multiply by 170. So get 90 divided by 150, multiply by 170, and what you get here is 102. That'll be 102 degrees. Everybody cool with that? How many degrees is left over? Get the 3 of them and take it away from 360. What you get? $72. Okay. How many people are in 72? Let's find out. So, one person, 150 people is 90 degrees. So 90 divided by 150 will tell you how many degrees one person represents. Then multiply that by 72. And you can find out how many people 72 people represent. 43.2. I'll come back to that the next day.